It's about the view. It's like it's become like a medical hospital that displays human misfailure. Like it's like here, let's look at this political oddity. You know, it's like it really is like the left-wing equivalent of a carnival sideshow, except instead of bearded ladies and fat clowns and two-headed cows. Well, let me rephrase that. But The View is a victim of the sunk cost fallacy. You know, how can you now speak the truth when for years you've been telling lie after lie after lie? Now you're carrying this big bag of rocks around you because it's too harmful for their ego to admit that we really were dishonest.
Greg Gutfeld and Tyrus just served The View a brutal masterclass in unfiltered honesty. And it was anything but pretty. Sunny Hostin and her crew were completely blindsided as the duo unleashed sarcasm so sharp it could slice through steel. Curious yet? You should be. Let's dive into what might be the most savage takedown of the century.
Some news, the feral monsters of The View say they've never heard of you-know-who. True, the show that makes mornings hell claim that my name doesn't ring a bell. It's time for...
Our view on The View. Ugh.
Yeah, the witch's coven finally shows me some lovin'. Yesterday on The View, yours truly was the subject of conversation. Apparently the broads have no idea who I am, or so they say. Hit it, Gladys.
They said that Gutfeld talks about you all the time.
Who is he? Well, really, who is he?
I don't watch the show.
He has a show.
I don't watch the
never
show.
heard of him.
Yeah.
I guess he's just obsessed with me.
No. Next, Joy's going to say she's never heard of carbs. Seriously, her denial of knowing me is as believable as her red hair.
The world of political commentary is often a loop of the same predictable noise. If you've tuned into The View, you've likely heard the usual liberal talking points, packaged with a dose of performative outrage. But then came Greg Gutfeld and Tyrus, ready to smash that echo chamber like a sledgehammer wrapped in wit. And yes, they absolutely delivered.
But obsession? I mean, come on, Joy. Where would you even get that idea? Like Joy Behar's face, it's looking worse and worse by the day. More full of crap than Joy Behar after a night of scotch and Taco Bell. Her being named Joy is like me being named ugly. Joy wasn't there on the show. Apparently Mondays are her days off when she feeds in the pasture. It now smells like a humid day inside Joy Behar's moo-moo. The motives stink worse than Joy Behar's jog bra. I mean, assuming she jogs. Oh, wait, there she is. She has a point. Maybe I am obsessed, but some people are obsessed with Bigfoot, and they don't get to see him on TV every afternoon.
With the precision of a guided missile, Gutfeld and Tyrus launched blow after blow, dismantling The View piece by piece and leaving its hosts scrambling for anything close to a coherent comeback. The best part? They weren't even in the room. It's all the entertainment of watching The View implode, minus the exhausting self-righteousness.
You know who just stunk up The View. The Bidens joined The View this morning for the entire hour. The audience was caught off guard, but knew something was up when they saw a dozen Secret Service agents and 2 embalmers. There were a few awkward moments, though, when a confused Joe asked if he could bid on the showcase. But was he surprised Kamala lost?
Here's the thing about Greg Gutfeld. He doesn't need a stage to make someone look ridiculous. His podcast is a no-holds-barred arena where liberal talking points go to die. Metaphorically, of course. No scripted applause, no polished sound bites, just raw, unfiltered chaos. And in one particularly glorious episode, Greg, armed with razor-sharp wit and lethal sarcasm, set his sights on The View, that so-called sanctuary of sanctimonious left-wing commentary, always pretending to hold the moral high ground while defending the most absurd arguments imaginable.
Sexism. Sure, all that, and the price of butter. Sunny gets the game ball. If it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for her asking that question, it might have been a closer election. But when oh no, nothing really comes to mind, I was like, cha-ching. Listen, they're bitter, they're angry, they're entitled. They also should be, this should have been a reset for everyone who pushed lies and misinformation for the last, they called him Hitler, they call these things, America rejected them. And instead of coming back and saying, we lied, they instead are now doubling down. So let her keep doing it, because if she keeps that up, we're going to keep getting the Senate and probably the House and the White House, because people see right through your lies. So keep doing what you're doing. Game ball to Sonny.
From New York. The stakes are high, folks.
Their brains are small. But who's the dumbest one of all? True, none of them are in Mensa, but who's the most densa? Perhaps it's Sonny who mastered the art of making idiots look smart. Now, The View could ask a mirror who's the dumbest one of all, but there's no way that glass doesn't shatter.
But Greg's far from done dissecting The View. Oh no. It's not enough to simply call out their progressive values while they prance around like the political elite perched on their moral high horse. Greg digs deeper, hammering at how The View's idea of tolerance is as shallow as a puddle. It only stretches to those who mirror their exact beliefs. Dare to step outside their comfortable, neatly packaged worldview? Well, congratulations. You've just earned a one-way ticket to the "You're Wrong, Shut Up" express. Disagree with them, and you're instantly dismissed, drowned out by a tidal wave of righteous indignation, an endless monologue of self-congratulation, and a side of moral superiority. The kicker? They have zero interest in actually engaging in a real conversation, or considering any other perspectives. If you're not parroting the same tired lines they've been rehearsing for years, you're simply not worth their time. This is the formula they've mastered. Preaching to a chorus of like-minded people, all of them patting each other on the back, blissfully unaware that they're all singing the same tired song.